Hi, I'm Greg.
And I'm Derek. Welcome to Men in the Den, and this is Monday.
Yay.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to another week here on the Den. So, we're going to discuss gaming this week, and as you can see, that Steve the Giant Man is not here this week. He is in Toronto for work. He'll be back in a couple of weeks. So, like I said, we're going to talk about gaming. We're going to talk about what kind of got us into being gamers and what kind of made us stay being gamers. So, I'm going to start with you, Greg, since you're the only other one in the room.
I remember, for me, very distinctly, being jealous of my friend Troy. He was the first person I knew that had a regular Nintendo as a kid, and I was so jealous. We'd sit around and play Mario, although he kind of hogged it a lot.
Jerk.
But yeah, we played a lot of Mario and Duck Hunt when it first came out. Duck Hunt.
Shoo.
Yeah.
For me, it was my mom was a gamer, so it was kind of like when growing up. I remember we had ColecoVision, we had the Atari 2600, and it would always come home. Mom would be playing Frogger, or she'd be playing Kangaroo, or E.T., or whatever games are out there. And E.T. was really the worst game of all time. Did you ever play that one?
No.
It's literally you fell down a hole. There's your game. And apparently the game sold so awfully that they just took all the remaining cartridges and buried them, and they got unearthed recently.
Wow.
So yeah, if you want to check it out to see how bad it is, it's worth getting an emulator for that. Otherwise, it's a pretty awful game. Yeah. I remember being so frustrated.
I think the first. Well, I guess I had ColecoVision. I had Intellivision.
Yeah.
I had all of those myself,
Yeah.
and then the first I would say rail system I got was an Atari 2600.
Yeah, I played Asteroids. I played the hell out of Asteroids.
I had Donkey Kong Jr., which was a weird version of Donkey Kong where you had to climb up and down vines.
I played that one, and a version of that on the NES remix that came out with the Wii U.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Donkey Kong Jr. was probably, I would say, the first physical game that I owned.
Yeah. I think gaming for me, I had those games at the start, but the blossoming for me really came from every kid in the late 80s, regular Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, what were some of the games, from that era that...
Well, for me, the one that really opened my eyes and at a young age was my great-grandmother, Stella. I don't even know how she got it. I was over at my grandmother's house one day, and she's like, "Oh, I found this Nintendo game at my house, and I thought you might like it." And she handed me a copy of the original Final Fantasy. So that was my introduction to the Final Fantasy world.
Yeah, I don't remember how we ever stumbled upon that growing up. I remember my brother one day just came home with it.
Yeah, it was just such
we were always fighting about it. Of course, there was only one save on there, so it was just kind of like you played together kind of thing and tried not to fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was just but once I finally had to play it itself and have to experience it, it was just what is this game?
I was lucky enough that there was 5 years between me and my brother. So I was 10, my brother was 5, and I was lucky enough that my brother was too young to understand how to read or play the game, so I didn't have to fight with him over that game. Yes, I had to fight with him for Nintendo time because, there's other games like Mario 3 that he could play.
Yeah.
Like the platform games, but Final Fantasy was just a little too...
I think for us, me and my brothers really kind of bonded over Final Fantasy 2 US because you had 4 saves. So we're kind of competed with each other to see who could get the furthest.
Right.
But I think we did a video on this year, back when we started. I think actually Devin helped us film this. One of the games that really defined my youth was Star Tropics.
Yeah.
It was fun because it was kind of a Final Fantasy story that wasn't all knights, wizards, and goblins and beasts and all that. Yes,
I loved all that stuff though.
I did too.
Wizardry. When it came out, I loved Wizardry.
Yeah. Bought and sold.
Yeah. All of the original Final Fantasy games. Wonders of Wise.
Yeah. Oh man, I played the hell out of that on this.
Yeah. Yeah, when NES came out, yes, of course. I mean,
But yeah, I played the hell out of Star Tropics because I think it was because it was a bit more modern. It's a bit more like a not really a pirate adventure, but you're exploring islands and oceans, and there was aliens, and it was fun. It was really difficult, and I still to this day have a hard time beating it.
this week's Den video brought to you by McCafe. McCafe from McDonald's.
We are not advertising,
Oh, okay, never mind.
but their tea is good. They have their coffee game.
Mm-hmm.
Must say it. But like besides the youth, like growing up as a teenager, going to college, and just living life, games have always been a thing for you.
Mm-hmm.
What were some of your favorite titles like through your later years?
Later years? Well, I remember very distinctly when I went to university. That was around the big phase around N64. Oh my god, I'm aging.
I can't believe you lived before Nintendo 64.
Oh my god. So, Nintendo 64 was just kind of making its big rounds, and of course, anyone knows anything about N64 knows what the big title on N64 was at the time. And it was James Bond.
Conker's bad for Conker's bad for a day.
Oh, that was a good one.
That was awesome.
But I think I had that for Super Nintendo.
No, that was on N64.
Was that N64?
Yeah, because you're the squirrel and you have to pollinate the flower.
Right.
Yeah.
No. GoldenEye for N64 was the quintessential title of the N64.
We ended up skipping that system, so I didn't know a lot of the games until later. We went into the PlayStation, so like Final Fantasy VII, Legend of Dragoon. I really got into the Japanese RPG at that point.
Yeah, I think I've had pretty much No, I have had. I've had every intonation of the Nintendo system.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could say that about anything else. Like, I definitely haven't done it with the Xbox.
Yeah.
You know what? I think I've had every intonation of PlayStation as well, now that I think about it.
We have, because we've had 1, 2, and then since we have the 3 and the 4.
Right.
2 of them now.
Yeah.
2 4s.
Yeah. A 2-4. No.
2-4. Oh, and just hit the Switch.
Yeah, so I mean, definitely PlayStation and Nintendo have been where shit's been at.
Yeah. So even our relationship started with a game, and I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, first date me and Greg had, we were hanging out at my place, and he notices that I have Legend of Mana. I had never figured out how to play that game. All I knew is that you had sprites, you made worlds, and then that was it. And we actually formed a relationship over him teaching me how to play that game.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. We never did finish it, though.
No, we never did. I think we went on to other things that day. Shut up, Chester. I know where your mind is at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's pretty much our youth when it comes to gaming. Now, throughout the gaming history, especially throughout the Final Fantasy series, we've seen some pretty fierce drag looks.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to say toot or boot for some certain Final Fantasy villains.
Oh.
Kefka.
Depending on which Kefka.
Original Kefka before God.
Before
Kefka. Doing Boy Drag.
I gotta boot the original Kefka.
Oh, he's not. You are booting to Bianca Del Rio.
I am.
No.
I'm booting Kefka.
Yeah. All right, Maester Seymour.
Maester Seymour.
Before God form as well.
Ugh.
Yeah. Before Boy Drag meaning. So.
I'll go boot there too.
You're gonna boot there too? Kuja from Final Fantasy IX.
I'll toot her.
You'll toot her?
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, she was living it, and then all of a sudden, it was no longer the villain.
Now I will say, out of all those, I'll toot Kefka's god form of the statues. Toot.
Toot or boot X Death.
Oh god.
Tree form.
I hate that boss. Boot.
I don't know, and there has been some pretty queer moments of gaming. What are some of the ones that you remember?
Queer moments in gaming?
Like, what was fierce things that made you go, yes, honey? Shiva Snap.
Oh, yeah.
Shiva Snap in Final Fantasy X.
That is pretty gay. Or,
Katana and the fans.
Yes, Katana, yes. I was definitely more of a Katana fan than Melina. Although, out of all the three, I actually prefer Jade.
Fierce Queen.
Yeah, I love Jade.
Fast Queen. So how many...
Garibaldi, what's his name? From Legend of Zelda?
Girinum.
Gearinum. There
Toot
we
or
go.
boot Gearinum.
Oh, we're gonna toot that bitch.
Yeah, we're tooting that bitch. She is fierce.
The way she does the hair flip. Mm-hmm.
And disappears into diamonds.
Yes, I've read about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she may as well be White Diamond.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. So that means, how many female mains did you do throughout any fighting game?
For a fighting game?
Yes, because every gay guy always ends up maining females.
Yeah.
And I can tell you all of mine.
Yeah.
Chun-Li.
Yeah.
Cammy. Sonya. Melina. Or I love Katana. I always made Melina. Sindel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Fred with Sindel.
Who else?
Tanya.
I said Sonya.
Tanya.
Who's Tanya?
Tanya was the female Goro.
Oh, yes. I forgot that name.
Mm-hmm.
Then Overwatch, there's Mercy and Widowmaker are my mains.
Okay.
And even so far in Smash, I'm a Samus main.
Oh,
So here I go. I've pretty much told everybody who...
Fag.
Yes.
No, female mains. I mean, definitely, I would say Kitana, Tanya, or is it Tanya? Tanya.
I think it was, no, it's not that. Shiva.
Shiva!
Her name is
Oh my
Shiva.
god, I got the name completely wrong.
Wow.
Take away my gay card. Alright, yeah, Kitana and Shiva.
Shiva, by
Definitely Chun-Li. Chun-Li was always it for me. Overwatch. Yeah, I definitely do Mercy. Oh, and what? Bitch with her balls.
Moira.
Thank you. Bitch with her balls.
That's the one I see you playing as all the time.
I always play as Moira.
Yeah.
Always play as Moira. I haven't picked it up in a bit because Smash has taken over my life.
Yep. So
I don't really have a female main in... Oh, Sheik, if you want to include Sheik.
You've been playing the hell out of Sheik.
Sheik, yeah, I've been playing Sheik a lot.
Yeah. Unless you count Donkey Kong as... Well, no. I'd say I definitely see you more as Sheik.
Yeah.
Alright. So current games right now, he's been in the middle of Mario vs. Raboids.
Mm-hmm.
He can tell you how frustrating it is.
Between that and Super Smash, jumping back and forth.
Yeah.
I beat Pokemon Let's Go Eevee pretty quickly. And
Yeah.
got all the Pokemon, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't really care about the Master Trainers.
Yeah, I've been stuck in Breath of the Wild. Steve got me the DLC for Christmas. Only thing I have left to do in the story is destroy Ganon.
Mm-hmm.
But right now Steve's gone, and he's been playing the game with me, so I'm not denying that. I'm not denying him the ending, so I'm going to go on to play Mario Odyssey now.
There you go.
Yeah. So, I guess that's it. So guys, what's your gaming history? Tell us below. We want to know where you came from with gaming. What are your favorite titles? It doesn't have to be console either. It can be tabletop. It can be card. Just tell us.
Mobile.
What are the games that you guys are playing? As well, like, share, subscribe, and comment on any topic you want to see us do on The Den sometime. We are pretty much freeform right now, so if you guys have a topic you'd like to see us discuss, we are more than happy to do so. There's a few of us here on the channel now, a few more coming, and
there's a big announcement coming here very shortly.
yeah, so we maybe have a new boy in the den. So.
Well, not a new boy.
An old boy.
An old boy may be coming back. Just saying. So keep your eyes peeled for that.
Yeah. So, you want to close it up, Greg?
As always, like, share, and subscribe, and drink McDonald's coffee.
Yes. Bye.
Au revoir.